Welcome to Brohood Productions. We apologize for our tardiness. We are ready to talk about Captain America: Brave New World. JP's been traveling. I'm currently traveling. So we're just having fun here. We've had a lot of time to reminisce over the movie, and we're just ready to talk about it. When we came out of the theater, we always do our initial reaction, but to talk about some more initial reactions after thinking about it more. Um, Brave New World is not the best Marvel movie, but it's not the worst Marvel movie. That I would say that's another initial thought that I had. Um, we'll get into our personal ratings in a second, but to me, that's people went back and forth. They saw it a second time, they liked it more the second time. For me, I've only been able to see it once, and I just didn't like all the backlash. It's a movie that was reshot several times, and we got a rough final cut, and they were playing catch up the entire time. But for me, it didn't take away from it. JP mentioned this, and he might repeat it. Um, it was just nice to have a Marvel movie.
Sorry, you're gonna have to edit some stuff. Yeah, I think number one, like Alma said, it was just nice to have uh, a Marvel movie. I feel like it's just been too long. We've had a lot of shows, which is great, but I'd rather they release all the episodes instead of make us watch it like it's like cable TV or something. Or no, not cable TV, but just like it's only live, Um, my other initial thoughts is I think one thing that made the movie really great was the fact that Red Hulk was in it. The second thing, Harrison Ford was in it. Like Anma said, it's not the best Marvel movie. It's not the worst Marvel movie. That could be another video. But overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was just nice to have a Marvel movie, a new one, and like a new story, new continuation of the whole universe. So those are my personal thoughts.
Yeah, I like that. It's fine that the leader was the villain. If Captain America was just slapped in as the main protagonist, and it was fine. Um, I've thought long and hard about my personal rating, and I don't know if you and I are going to agree or if we're going to disagree. Because both of us use IMDb to rate stuff, right? We don't use Rotten Tomatoes, essentially. IMDb doesn't let you do like halves or like a different point system on your personal rating. So I believe, and I haven't memorized this because we haven't talked about it since last week. Um, my personal rating of the movie on IMDb is a 6. But if I could give it a 6.8 or a 6.9, I would. And that goes back to my earlier comment where it's not the greatest Marvel movie and it's not the worst. I saw a report that it was the worst Captain America movie. You're competing against Winter Soldier and Civil War for crying out loud, you know? And if you haven't watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which JP and I loved, which we thought was great, you're going to be really confused during this entire film. But Anthony Mackie, fantastic. Harrison Ford, fantastic. The movie, very fun, very entertaining. JP can second this. I don't give a lot of movies eight, nines, or tens. If you get a 6 or a 7, you did well enough for me. Um, I would say that is my personal rating before I blabber too much.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, if I could give it a 6.5, just about. Did you hear that? Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to edit this out. So, well, anyhow, I gave it a 6 out of 10 also. If I could give it a 6.5, I would, because just the fact of Red Hulk, that was like my favorite thing. I think it's closer to a 6 than it is closer to a 7. That's my personal rating.
Don't worry about the your maintenance life. Let's just do it. I got it. I think that's all part of the reality of our show. We're just living our life here, so don't worry about it. Um, he's just getting some work done in his house, so don't worry about the noise. Um, our favorite thing, which is our cinema score. But yes, I would love to have the conversation of what is the worst Marvel movie. I wonder if you and I would agree, or I don't know. That sounds like a great conversation. So we have our criteria is the story and plot, the villain, the flow, the acting, the hero. They're all out of 10. This is kind of where we put our critics hats on and make a decision. So here we go. Story and plot. To keep it consistent with what we were saying, I would say it's a 6 or a 7.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay, six.
Agree?
Yep, I
Okay,
agree.
we agree.
Villain is hard, man, because
I
it wasn't
think
like the leader was a bad villain.
I don't think it was a bad villain. I just think they couldn't capture his sinisterness
Yeah.
about him. So, but we're also rating the villain's acting.
Hmm.
So I would give it a 6.
6, right on. Because I
Yeah.
don't consider Red Hulk a villain, and we should have mentioned this in our personal thoughts, but when he came on screen, JP and I turned into little 5-year-olds, and we may have shouted in the theater a little bit.
The flow though,
Flow is the worst part. This is where it's gonna hit the film the worst.
because like I was telling one of the another main thing I mentioned about Alma is like there was the climax. Well, Alma believes there was no climax. I believe the climax was just literally the end of the movie. It was like the hype. It's like finally we get to see Red Hulk. Um, I'd say the flow is all right. I would actually give it a 5.
Okay.
I
I
don't
can
know about you.
I can agree with that.
Acting.
Uh, do Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford get most of the points?
Oh, they get most of the points for sure. Yeah. I
Um,
mean, who did we hear most on screen? We heard Anthony Mackie, his new Falcon. We Harrison Ford. There was the Black Widow chick.
the
Um,
leader,
there was Leader who spoke most of the time.
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah
Uh,
Bradley. I would give it a 6 or 7.
let's give it a 6.
Six.
I think it's a 6.
Okay, hero.
It's Anthony Mackie, it's Sam Wilson, it's Captain America. I think he deserves all the flowers, so I'd give him a 10.
10 it is. All right, let's see. 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 10. That's a 33 out of 50, which is basically 0.66, 66%. So I think
D plus C minus range, maybe.
it stands true to what it really is.
And like we're trying to highlight that there's a lot of good. Like we liked this movie. And I think Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie being Captain America is uh, what's the word I'm looking for? He is Captain America, you know. I don't uh I don't see how he's not. Would you agree?
Yeah, I know that Anthony Russo and the Russo brothers, they were trying to hype him up that he is a leader. I think he still needs to earn. I know that he's next in line to lead the Avengers, which I'm fine with that. I just think he has to earn that more. I think there has to be more trials for him to to get that finally solidify for everyone that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we recommend the movie. We give our Bro Hoodie Productions A-OK, and we're really happy that Marvel is. I'm not using this phrase to upset anybody. I'm glad Marvel's back in the sense of we have them again this year, not like they're back and they're rolling and all that type of stuff. So keep a close eye on our Marvel stuff. We have a lot of movies this year through the summer, which is awesome. There's a really cool biblical animated project that I'll be checking out. We got How to Train Your Dragon, Mission Impossible, Lilo and Stitch, Jurassic World, Superman, and of course Fantastic Four. The next Marvel movie is Thunderbolts, and JP and I will definitely we're a little bit more critical of that one. So that has been our review of Captain America: Brave New World. We'll catch you next time.
No doubt.